It's the inside still good. I already know. Peel off this inedible bit. That being the skin. Stem cells. I wonder how many of y'all know about stem cells. I'm gonna go research that later on tonight. A lot of things supposed to be happening tonight. Sheesh. But in all honesty, hope y'all doing fantiggity-tastic. I am cutting onions on here. And after I'm done, I'm leaving. Because best believe, to those of you who go to these cooking channels, this and third, let's be real, we all know. Like, to be so honest with you, we all just, oh God. Wait. That's why I gotta get me my knife. Not a knife, just my knife. Serrated yet gets the job done. Okay. This might not two birds with one stone at least. And if y'all caught that, yes, I said at least twice. Well, three times now. But that's the only downside of being inside. You gotta deal with these freaking bugs. Although spiritually speaking, that means someone just is bugged about what you're doing. That's always how I took it. And hey, if it lines up, it lines up. You sure will keep his side. You better get off the beat. Because if it's that freaking wasp again, ooh, do I have some things for you before I continue? I'm gonna toss these over to the side. You know you're gonna win, might as well go ahead, switch it up, no FN. No YN is coming to put you in danger. Might as well go ahead and say screw those strangers that's trying to come at you any type of way. Might as well go ahead, do whatever it takes. Might as well just go ahead and live your life, live it so bright like the sun shining so nice. Even though I'm overheating, might as well not do the overeating. Really speaking, the truth is what I'm leaning in on. Yeah. Let's keep on going. Breeze is just right where it's flowing. It's growing up and down right now. Mr. Julian with the onions, oh wow. Swear I'm tired of these nets. Ain't tired of the rats because I know they'll do that. ticky-tacky talking whenever they're around. I might as well go ahead and just say screw it to you all. Might as well go ahead and ball. Mid-court shot range, no need for a three, because it's the true me whenever I score over a bribe, but I ain't coming for no pause. Oh my God, this is way too many. I swear, he was right. Overabundance is an issue. Under and overabundance is an issue. If you have too much of something, you're gonna waste it. If you have too little, you're gonna do whatever it takes to get it. Maybe the goal isn't to just have as much money as you possibly can. Maybe the goal is to just have enough so that whenever something that you are interested in comes up, you can just do it. Because I guarantee you, that's all people want. Like, any normal person would be like, oh, I want money, I want money, I want money. Okay, what you gonna do with it? I'm gonna travel, I'm gonna take a vacation. Okay, then what? Oh, excuse me. I gotta wash my hands now. As a matter of fact, taking this mug with me. I got this mug with me. Anything that come by me is getting swatted at. Like I was saying, person would be like, oh, I want to go take a vacation. I want to do something, treat myself nice. Okay, then what? I don't know. I might start a business. Okay. And then what? What happens when you have everything that you want? What else do you want to do? Like, I'm not saying you have to figure out what you want to do for the rest of your life, but just figure out, or just be okay with knowing that sometimes, even when you have more than enough, it is still enough. Like, even if you have less or more than enough, it is still enough. If you can be okay with that, then you're already more abundant than the amount of wealth you have in your pocket. Okay? Oven. Hello, low, white. And we also need agua. Agua for the powder and the little ring as well. Go ahead and sprout my own wings so I can go ahead and clean out everything that's in my closet. Gotta go ahead and be pure for the mazit. Matter of fact, let me go ahead right now and deposit all of these onions for the Martians. Martians. But yeah, this is what happens when you have overabundance. There's literally way too much for you to really handle, for real, for real. Yeah. Put a little bit at a time. And really, that's how you're supposed to really deal with abundance. You don't just use a whole bunch of it. Like in my case, I really don't have any avenue to place the rest of these in as of yet. Other than that, all you can really just do is just use what you can and then just put it somewhere else where you know you won't waste it. Like right now, instead of just using all of those onions, what you can do is most definitely, hold on. Instead of using all of those onions, what you can do is cut them up and ferment some of them. You can ferment them, or you can use them as a garnish, or you can store them in the freezer. Whatever you do, you don't overextend your own abundance. The moment you do is the moment that you use it and you lose it. That is what happened with so many people that hit the jackpot. Like, I know you all hear those stories about those millionaires who got and became millionaires from the lottery and then lost it in less than a week or less than a few months. That's because they didn't know what to do with that abundance. When people get a lot, they don't know how to deal with a lot unless they know exactly how to store it properly, how to use it properly. And that's why the poor and middle class stay in the same spot. They don't know how to take care of abundance. Instead of always just spending it outright or just being like, let me go get this because I can. 10 times out of 10, what you'll more likely be doing. Hold up. With this 10 is just spending that. I got extra, I might as well spend it. People keep themselves broke. Like, that's just the raw truth. Like, you don't always have to spend money whenever you go out. Sometimes you can just chill. Sometimes you can just relax. Sometimes you can just hang out on your own. But people usually get that mixed up. And I don't blame them. Like, all of a sudden you just came across a whole bunch of something. Now all of a sudden you want to use it. I get that. At the same exact time, that's not the smartest option to choose, nor do. And as you are clearly seeing, cooking my bad boys up right now. Yeah. But yeah, that is exactly what you should do and how you should treat your abundance. You shouldn't always have to feel like you have to spend it whenever you go out. Sometimes all you have to do is just sit on it. Like, that's the easiest way to really handle abundance, is to just sit on it. If you know you're gonna spend it, then just sit on it. But not too long. The more you sit on it, the more that money loses value. And there's so many lines to this. Because you'll have people thinking, oh, I can save. Meanwhile, they're not putting that money to work. You're not reinvesting. You're not really putting it into a business or something you believe in. And that's what people get it really twisted. That's what people mess up. Like, they want all this money and they got it. But then they thinking, oh, let me save it, or oh, let me spend it because I can. Meanwhile, they're not trying to put themselves in a better position to the point where it doesn't matter how much the thing costs. You can get it anyways. It's like the difference between static and dynamic. Static means it still is there, but it's still. Dynamic means it's moving, no matter how many losses it is. And really see it like your own body. If you know you can run 5 kilometers, if you can run 5 kilometers in 20 minutes, but the last 20 minutes you're only running half of that, because remember, you're running a different duration. It may have took you 5 minutes to run 3 kilometers, but because of that you got tired and you slowed down a bit, hence you end up with that 0.5. However, whenever you, how should I put this? Person runs 5 kilometers. Since I lost my train of thought, let's use another freaking example. Let's say you sold me a can of beans for $1, but it took 95 cents. You made profit, but you lost way too much to make that profit. Whereas I sell you a can of corn for approximately 50 cents. It took me 50 cents to make it, and I make a profit of 50 cents. You see how that goes? Instead of you just sitting on it or just trying trying to appease specific people, you're proposing it in a way to where other people, the ones that are gonna buy it, will buy it, instead of just trying to please everybody all the time. It's like just being yourself even when people don't like it, because the ones that do like it are gonna come around you anyways. That's a little tip for y'all that's still in school. Meaning you can just be yourself, and those who don't like you will go away, and the ones who do will come around. That's how your own energy gets amplified. And that's the same way you should treat money too. You shouldn't just sell something or put it at a price to where it's like, oh, people are gonna buy this. Set it at your own price because you know the value of it. Because once you know how to do that, once you know how to set things based on the value that you know that it's worth, that's when you can really get people that will buy it constantly over and over and over and over and over again. The issue is the fact that people are just not patient. People tend to rush it because they don't see instant gratification for it. That's the only reason why people are still poor, broke, or in the same position, no matter if they're middle class or lower class. They rush things despite knowing that it takes time to build wealth. And that's their biggest downfall. They always rush things. You cannot rush wealth. You cannot rush money. You cannot rush how people perceive you. And so when you try to do that, guess what's gonna happen? 10 times out of 10, people are gonna push back against it. But when you take your time and you allow people to really encompass themselves with your product, that is when people can truly just be like, huh, I like what he's selling, I like what he got. Let me go ahead and buy from him. And you do. And now you're a constant buyer, you're a constant customer for that person. That's exactly what happens with people and to people, which is how the rich stay richer and the poor stay poor, and the middle class stay the middle class, because they are not willing. Well, there are more reasons, like how certain people are just afraid to take risks, especially those in the lower classes, because it took so long to get this amount of money, it's so hard to risk it. Versus someone who's like, let me go sit on it, I don't want much. The wealthy gets wealthy because they know how to set their products up, they know how to market it, they know how to appeal to the customers that want it. They don't put out products that appease everyone. They put out products to those who want it. Meaning, if you want a chocolate Hershey's bar, they're not just gonna say, oh, here, you want this chocolate, to a person who like lemon bars. No, they're gonna put it to everyone. And to those who like chocolate, that's who they're trying to reel in. You don't reel in everybody just because they like candy. You reel in the chocolate people because they like chocolate and you're selling chocolate. That's how you win in this wealth game. And so many people think it's freaking difficult. The only thing that's difficult about it is the time frame and trying to take care of yourself while you're building your wealth. That's the only thing that's really difficult. Because us as human beings, we want to do fun things. I'm gonna be honest with you. Us as human beings, we want to do fun things. We want to be able to freaking party, go out, eat out, do whatever. But we also know that we have to build our wealth. So there has to come a sacrifice. Either we sacrifice our future wealth for current validation, or we sacrifice current validation for future wealth, which can get us that same exact thing. And what I've realized is that when you finally get what you want, that is when you don't want it no more. Like, there's the matter of fact, there was like a week ago, where I went to a store and I was like, I can finally get this. But I was looking at it and I was like, I don't even want it no more. Not because I couldn't get it, but it was like I just didn't want it. It was the same thing for freaking honey. Like, all this time I've been desiring honey, then when I have the chance to get it, I don't feel like getting it. Because I've been so, like, and that's the benefit of everything. That's how you can really keep more of your wealth when it gets to the point where you actually don't desire the thing you want anymore, even though you know you can get it. That's where the true wealth comes in. Because there will be a day where you may want it, but not much of it. So you're like, I could go and buy this, or I could ask somebody else if they got it. You feel what I'm saying? More than one way to live this lifestyle, bro. People treat this like a race when really this is a walk. That's how I choose to see life. I choose to see it as a walk in terms of seeing it as a race of, oh, I gotta get this before this, I gotta get this before this. Like, bro, people my age are working so hard, and I don't blame them, but they are working so freaking hard to try to live a lifestyle that it took people years to achieve. I hope you know that. Like, hold on. It took people years, the older generations, years to achieve the exact same wealth that my generation is trying to achieve in a year or less. And that's where they're messing up right now. They want it now. And they know it's possible because of what they see on the internet. But at the same time, they just have to understand that you have to be patient in this game. Hey, there's a whole bunch of people that are older than me that don't even know this. Like, you know how many people, I'm not screwed. You know how many old heads who are just like this that just will rush things? And yet they're telling you how to really move your own money, move your wealth, or how to be strategic with it when they're not even in a position that you want to be in. That's really the kicker. And yes, I can hear the double standards right now. Because this is a person who is actually, no, it ain't double standards. Unlike those old heads, I'm actually happy doing what I want. And again, I'm the type of person to preach, hey, you can do whatever you want. Get a job, don't get a job. Go to college, don't go to college. Do what makes you happy. Don't just choose something because your parents want it. Choose something because it's actually something you want to do in life. Because the moment you do it for your parents, you'll succeed, but you're going to be depressed, sad, and all of that. And that's the worst state of being to be in. When you have success and you're so depressed, not even depressed, you're either depressed, anxious, or you just can't even enjoy your wealth. When it gets to that point, you haven't really won in life, no matter how much money you got. It's like, what's the point of being rich if you're not even happy enough to enjoy it? And so it really puts into perspective exactly what I want in life. Like, if there are people who, it's pretty good, but if there are people that I am observing who are broke, poor, rich, or wealthy, and are still sad, then the issue is not money. Meaning that, yes, money doesn't bring you happiness, and money is also a thing that doesn't even bring conduits for you to attain happiness. Like, people think money is the one thing that'll make them happy, when no. And there's nothing wrong with desiring things. But when you think that your happiness is tied to what this piece of paper can give you, or what this piece of digital coin can give you, that's when you truly lost the battle. Really, the war. Because true happiness comes from within. And once you achieve that, now all of a sudden you can really get the things that you truly and genuinely want. And 9 times out of 10, it's gonna cost way less than what you thought it was gonna cost to really achieve it. And again, to use me as an example, I thought it was gonna cost so much to go and buy something like a cheesecake, Castella cake, this, that, and the third, when really it's so easy and cheaper to make it at home. And I'm not saying that y'all should make it at home, but it was actually cheaper given exactly what I wanted at the time. Because at the time I wanted the cheesecake. But nowadays, even if something doesn't seem like a great deal, like, how should I put this? Something like 12 ounces for $6. But you only get 3 ounces for $3. And while yes, people may look at that as a deal, you got to remember that you're also human. So while yes, that is a fantastic deal, you're not gonna want cheesecake every day. In fact, I guarantee you, there will be rare instances, if not common instances, where you're like, "Oh, I just want to try this once, and then I just don't want to eat it no more." No matter if it's your favorite. And so that's how you end up with people who have a lot of something, no matter how much of a great deal it is, but they can't even really use it because it's either nasty or it's too much, and then they stuff it in the refrigerator, and now that $3 you saved just went into the gutter. Instead, you could have spent $3 on 3 ounces, and you would have got the same exact thing without you even having to stress about, oh, I want more. And that's the thing about it. People look at short-term things instead of long-term things. They never think, how is this gonna affect me? Or am I really gonna eat a lot of this later? Or am I gonna save this? Or am I gonna do this? Which is why it ties into another thing. You have to know yourself too. Once you know yourself, you know exactly how much wealth you have to achieve or that you want to achieve in order for you to live the life that you want. And if you can't attain the currency amount, you'll find other ways around that to get the exact same thing, if not better than what you originally wanted. And that's really how you should just treat your own lifestyle right now. You shouldn't waste it. You shouldn't waste any resource that you get just because you think you're gonna need it for later. You shouldn't waste your time trying to make more money when really you probably aren't even finna use that money. Even though you could save it, but what's the point? Like, people shouldn't have to feel like they have to do a lot to get exactly what they want. That's all I want people to know. That you can do whatever you want, whenever, however. Ooh, and still succeed. Man, that vinegar's strong. That's actually pretty neat. The more acidic something is, the redder it is. Huh. All this gas I'm releasing. I mean, people don't, like, do y'all realize that water vapor is a gas? Like, I don't think people really understand exactly how much of a gas water vapor really is. Like, with water vapor, you're turning it from a liquid state into a gaseous state that can be combined back into water. And it's not isolated as hydrogen or oxygen. It's just together, but it's a gas. That's hilarious. I keep saying this. People be creating boom booms in their car, and people be creating gas on their own. You just gotta switch up your perspective on how everything is. This is exactly why you should watch your words too. Because you can say, I want more gas, and then you're cooking something, and all of a sudden something just boils up or boil over to the point where all of this steam just rises up. And that's how you should really treat your manifestations. Be specific as possible. as specific as you possibly can, because if you do not become as specific, then you're gonna get exactly what you asked for in the quickest way, shape, fashion, because what you ask for comes to you in the quickest way, shape, form, or fashion. That's why. Oh. So when you ask for gas and you don't get it, look around to what you're already doing, or just be open to exactly how the universe interpreted it. Because it's gonna get everything that you want to you super quick. But the only thing about it, it's gonna get it to you quick if you want it quick. But if you're willing to wait on it, that's when your manifestations become precise. They become precise when you wait on it. But when you're more detailed and you want it to come faster, it'll come faster. Again, it's just like wishing for something to a genie. You have to be precise. You can't just be vague and just say, I want a house. Okay. Like, in what form do you want a house? Do you want it in toy form? Do you want to see it on a TV? Do you want to hear the word house? Do you want the literal spelling of it? Like, that's the convoluted thing about manifestations and wishes and miracles that people just do not take into consideration. It's clearly interpretive, meaning you can get exactly what you want and you'll still be unsatisfied because it isn't exactly what you want. Like, people will say, I want a house, instead of saying, I want a mansion or home-like structure placed in this location on this date in its true physical glory. Yes, be as detailed as you possibly can. In its true physical glory, while also being able to physically enter the house and home, have it be in my name with the paperwork and all, have me stay on that, in that home for as long as I want, as well as having these accessories, and you list those type of accessories there. And that's what people get mixed up about manifestations. They think that just because they say they want one thing and they don't be specific, that's exactly what they'll get. And that's really the opposite of the truth. Truth of the matter is, you really don't know what you're gonna get unless you be specific. Oh my God, that's so much gas. I'm gonna go, ooh, that mug hot. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that mug is something to it, but it's delicious. Oh yeah. I'm all right. Turn this oven off. Sure. Go ahead and cook up the other veggies. And one of these days, I'm gonna teach y'all about fermentation. See how good of a ferment they are at right now. The longer, the better, which is actually true in my case. But my cabbages, which are totally fine, by the way. My cabbages. That man never gets a break in freaking Avatar. Every time he just want to sell cabbages, man. Would I buy from him? I don't know. He might be a terrorist or something. But shoot, all he wanted was just cabbages, bro. All he ever wanted. Yeah. Uh, Bro, that's an onion. I'm over here thinking that's plastic or paper. That's an onion. Smell like onions. Shoot. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. I hope y'all know y'all can make your own candy bar too. And this goes without saying, you're either sacrificing time for money or you're sacrificing money for time. And it depends on what you want in abundance on. Do you want a lot of time or do you want a lot of money? If you want a lot of money, you're gonna sacrifice time to try to sustain that money. If you want a lot of time, you're sacrificing the amount that you can get for your dollar, as opposed to buying in bulk. Lately, I've been thinking, sugar loans. Why did I say partial? This should have been fully. Probably because I was rambling, yamming it. You know what I'm doing. Probably because I was yammering about. But yeah, like, I know exactly what I want to do in life right now. Like, I don't want nothing flashy. I don't want no expensive car. I don't want a house. I just want to be able to just live and make music with you guys. Like, I honestly don't care about how I live. I don't care about how people perceive me. Like, if any of you seen how I dressed on a day-to-day basis, you would say that. Like, you would look at me and be like, oh, this guy don't care. Because I truly don't care. Like, I know people are gonna talk if I don't do it, and I know they're gonna talk if I do it. So I might as well just go do what I want. And it's realizing that you're not gonna please everybody. That's how you're gonna live the life that you deserve and want. And people just listening to everybody for their advice, and there's nothing wrong with listening to people for advice. But when it gets to the point where you don't even know what you want for your own life, that's where it becomes an issue. You feel what I'm saying? Even for young adults right now, like, they're just working, making as much, just slaving away, and probably are gonna continue to slave away because they want to sustain the lifestyle that they got. Meanwhile, that lifestyle doesn't make them as happy as they originally thought. Compared to someone like I, yes, may not be the richest and wealthiest in terms of currency, but at least what I'm doing right now is making me happy, truly. Whether I'm alone, with friends, or with somebody else. The fact that I'm able to just do this and be okay with it, that's your true wealth. Just doing what you want and being okay with it. Like, if you're willing to just, I wouldn't even say throw it all away. If you're willing to go all in and do the things that people don't want to do, because they can do it, but it's either too much or too long of a work. If you are willing to do that, you're guaranteed to succeed in whatever you want to do in life. It's a sacrifice of time and the things that you want. Especially... Oh, hold on. Probably later in the week, not right now. Not right now, later in the week. But yeah, it's like, oh, sugar lumps, I lost my train of thought. Oh well. You get what I'm saying. As long as everything you're doing just makes you happy, especially the process. Like, if you enjoy the process as well as the thing that you're getting, you're guaranteed to get exactly what you want out of life. Yeah. That's how you maintain happiness, honestly. Let me go add these cabbages. Okay. Ooh, hot, 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 hot. Watch out. Just please enjoy. Please enjoy what you love. Okay. I think I got my dinner for tonight. It's amazing what you can do with just one single root. Huh. He's hiding in that stove, man. We're still gonna stay on though. Gotta lock in. But yeah. Okay. Cut the stove off because it's complete, and I want to come on this record and say I apologize. This was supposed to be a partial cooking. I mean, technically it is. So technically I didn't lie, but at the same time, I did a whole cooked meal. So I apologize for the lies. And just something small like that. I just want to tell the truth as much as I can because I do lie sometimes, whether indirectly or directly. And that's just another thing. You never really noticed how it is to be honest. Right? And mainly, that's if you really have nothing to hide. That's really what it is. What? Yeah. I'm finna enjoy all of this. I call this kimchi. What am I gonna call this? Rurple. Rurple. I hear an eagle or a hawk. Also, y'all like come in with me. Okay. I wonder, have you guys ever had chopsticks before? Like honestly. Because I can't stop using them. I'm gonna be so for real right now, I can't stop using chopsticks. I don't know why. I'm gonna be so honest with you, I don't know why. No, that's a lie. I know exactly why. Because there was this one time where I was using chopsticks. And then I was like, I'm gonna use it for cooking. Now I can't stop using it for cooking. And I love it because of that. Chopstick king with the lions on man. Thank you. Thank you for this amazing meal right now. Right now. Thank you. Truly. Genuinely authentic. Thank you. I love you. Eternally beyond. A shame, man. All right, cheers. Ooh. Ouchies. Gotta talk like my nephew. Ouchies. We done locked in. Out to be wet. We done locked in. Yeah. No, we have casualties. Or are there casualties? I mean, they're already. I mean, basically, when you uproot it, it's basically dead when you cut it away from source. that can only be revived when you use it. And what happens when you have red and purple? Right? Because I don't like the fact that people call this color red when it's purple. Like, I don't get that. Like, possibly for the ones back then, like, what would you call this color? Would you call this red or would you call this purple? Me personally, I see purple. And I can see how people see red, but all I see is purple. Okay. So now, time to wrap up this live. Because, man, this was supposed... And I thought those caramelized onions were supposed to caramelize way later. But, guess it didn't need it. But I'm finna go pray off camera. And you're gonna hear this singing voice too. But I'm doing it. Alright. I already know that I got me a cheese, that I got it green. Okay. Okay, I'll be back, guys. Become a miracle for me. Thank you for love. Your miracle, and as I consume it all, in your name, I will be grateful. Oh, for all that you do. And as I consume this all in your great names, I will be grateful for everything that I have to gain. I will be grateful for everything you give to me. So I say to you all, thank you all right now. And as I consume this amazing meal, I will be grateful for everything you give still. Because without you all I'd surely be without. I thank you all, and I love you from eternity and beyond. Right now. Now. Lord, you see your name, praise you. And you ain't even wonder what all I say, amen. May peace and miracle be brought upon the children, and children, and children, and children, all that are with you. Peace, miracles, true words, light, true light, happiness, and raise down without you. Words truly cannot express how much grace and favor you are in my life as well as how grateful that I am that you are in my life to be in. Truly, I say to you all today. Truly, thank you. For without you all, I truly be without. So true. Thank you. I love you all the time. So true. Thank you. True. I say. Okay. Are you done? And right. Hook stove. And back onto this. Since I've already prayed, only thing left to do is to close out this live. And as always, stay peaceful, blessed, a miracle up, and know that you will appreciate what's taken care of by the divine, wonderful, all high source of God, as well as everyone that truly and genuinely and deeply cares about you deeper than the souls. Always remember that here you are loved. We care about you here. If no one else does, we do. I do know that no matter what, we are always here to give that listening ear. Don't be afraid to talk to us. Don't be afraid to talk with us. We're here for you when you need it. Okay? Okay. Come in for this hug. Yeah, come in. And Willie D. Goo. Hi. Sorry that I couldn't get to you while I was cooking and talking. But, and as always, I should be sad adios. Been on live.